So 6 months ago, right at the start of the new year, just I think probably about 10 minutes into it, I addressed you, the stream, with all the goals that I have for Taco Stream, and since that time I feel like the stream has improved quite a bit. The presentation has improved, my skills as a broadcaster have improved, and its position in Twitch is, it has a place in the community, even if it's a small place. But in regard to specific goals, in a lot of ways, I've failed. But I've failed without being defeated. So that's a concept I want to explain. That failure and defeat are two things that have to be separated. Failure is when, in a single attempt at doing something, you don't succeed. And defeat is when you permanently accept not having succeeded at something. So, failure is an event, and defeat is a choice. The beauty of failure is that it all gets wiped away. If you fail repeatedly, if you fail over and over again trying to do something, and then you succeed, the whole thing is considered a success. All the failing is just gone, it's forgotten, and you succeeded. But if you give up at any point before the successful attempt, then you were defeated. So failure is temporary, and defeat is permanent. So when I say that I failed, I mean it in a positive way, because how I built up myself is that there isn't any room for defeat. In my character, I don't make choices where if I fail at doing them, I'm going to have to give up on them. I make a choice that I'm going to do something, and then I pursue it failure after failure until I hit that success. I like what a man named Greg Plitt said, which is, I failed is 10 times the man of what if, because what if never went to the arena. Another way to look at failure and defeat is you've only been defeated if you haven't succeeded when the game ends. Anytime before that, it can change. Like I was saying, it's not permanent. And that definition works really well for a person like me in a situation like this, because I get to choose when the game ends. I get to choose how long I fight. And given that choice, I choose that the game doesn't end until I win. It's like it's rigged. So that's looking back at the past 6 months. I think it did well, but the goals ultimately I fell short at. More importantly, I want to look forward at the next 6. And there, the goals are pretty much the same. The ones that were not completed, I still intend to complete. Getting partnered on Twitch is the big one. And so aiming for 500 concurrent viewers on average is the goal there. YouTube's going to be more of a focus the second part of this year. And I want to approach those goals in a number of ways, from multiple directions. For one, I'm going to continue streaming a lot, just keep doing what I've been doing, because the amount of streaming I do, that's my means of production, and I want to maximize that. On YouTube, I'll be getting more active. I'm going to have quotas I'm going to try to exceed on a weekly basis. The actual number there is going to have to be tweaked as I go, but definitely having some set goals that I try to meet or exceed. I want to continue improving the networking because it's been really apparent how important that is, how much it helps the stream. It's probably the main thing that I didn't do enough of in the past, and definitely need to do more of in the future. Blogging is something I want to do more of. That's something that's reasonable, and I've already done a little bit of. Reviews and text guides are still something I want to do, but ultimately I'm going to have to be realistic about the number of things I add on to what I'm doing. It's just going to have to be gradual. Eventually I want to do all of that, but looking at the next 6 months, if I'm having to prioritize what I do, what I make into habit, then those things fall further down on the list. I also want to talk about an important realization that I had. Well, you might already have seen that below the video on Twitch, I added a donate button. And I didn't finally add that because of some urgent need for money. That's not the realization. The realization is that I don't have any right to turn down help with the stream. That the stream isn't just mine anymore. It hasn't been mine for a long time. As soon as I had somebody come watch me play, it ceased to be mine. It ceased to be mine when somebody followed and said, I think I like this. I want to see where it goes. As soon as those things happen, the stream became all of ours. And I have the luxury of being able to pour my resources into the stream. Anytime that I want to do something to improve it, improve its chance of succeeding, make some contribution to it, I can. I can put a lot of time into it. I can put a lot of money into it. And I'm in the fortunate position of having an enormous weight in the success of the stream. So when somebody else sees an opportunity to make a contribution, I have no right to deny them that opportunity because the success of Taco Stream is their success too. And anything that they want to do, I shouldn't be getting in the way of them doing it. And I feel like I owe that to all of you, all the viewers, everybody who's participated. When I spoke my goals at the beginning of the year, I was making a promise. I promised that we would accomplish the goals that I was stating, and I haven't kept that promise yet. But I will keep that promise. Until this stream is an influential member of the industry, until decisions that we make in this small community here echo through the larger community of Twitch, then the promise hasn't been kept. But there's no defeat in Taco Stream. That characteristic in myself is something that I want the stream to embody. So that's an absolute belief for me that there's no defeat for any of us in Taco Stream. And I want to make sure of that. And I think we'll all make sure that the next 6 months are as great as the previous. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a very different experience than the first 6 months, just because of how things have changed in the past month, really. So it's going to be pretty exciting, and I'm excited to have everybody who's been supporting and who will be supporting for the next 6. So thank you to all of you people. And I've debated heavily with myself about, in particular, a person that I wanted to thank. Of course, I'm grateful to everybody who's been a part of Taco Stream, everybody who's been a regular viewer who's, you know, really done anything to help us grow. But I think it's a little dangerous. I don't want to offend anybody who feels left out because of it, but I think anyone who knows Moko Noise can understand why I feel like he deserves a special thanks. He's been a great value to us. He's you know, just not just to me, not just to the stream and growing the number of viewers and everything, but I think he's just shown that as a friend to all of us, he's pretty extraordinary as a person. I think he deserves some special recognition for that. And I would like to give special recognition to every person, but then, you know, I increase my danger of leaving some people out, and then it just gets personal. And so mainly I just wanted to throw out Moko Noise's MVP for all of us. I think that a lot of people would agree with me. He's done so much to contribute. So again, thank all of you, and I look forward to the next 6 months.